These are 50 facts you didn't know about Cain from the amazing digital circus. Cain, AI, therefore it has no age and exists as long as the circus itself. Cain is the captain of the circus, and he keeps all the other members of the circus under control so they don't try to escape or abstract. One way he does this is by giving them games, like he did in the pilot episode of his game, Gather the GLS. Cain is not a real person. He is an artificial intelligence embedded in a digital circus. Cain has an AI assistant named Bubble, who helps him complete tasks at the circus. Cain is voiced by Alex Rashan. Jax and Cain are two characters who like to break the fourth wall, but all the other characters stay on script. Cain and Bubble are a reference to the biblical brothers Cain and Abel. Cain has hundreds of all-seeing eyes, which doesn't really matter in the pilot, but I wonder if it plays a role later in the show. There were many other amazing digital circus characters that were abstracted. We see many other eyes in the basement as Cain sends Kaufmo down. It makes me wonder what else Cain is hiding from us. Cain has a watch called the Wacky Watch that alerts Cain whenever a member of the circus tries to escape. Cain is obviously an AI that exists for the circus, but I feel like he could be an AI of someone's mind trapped in the circus. This would be similar to many other current AI programs. As you can see, Cain has heterochromia. One eye is blue, one eye is green. In the opening video, Cain looks angry when he throws knives at Pomni, but it's very different from how he acts in the pilot episode, because in the pilot, he is very nice and tries to help the circus members. Cain does not understand human emotions and desires at all, but still tries to give people what they want. Cain inspired the supercomputer, and he also took a lot of inspiration from the book I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Gooseworks said Cain doesn't fall into the villain category. His motivation is not evil, but his actions still harm the rest of the circus. Cain is the shortest member of the circus, except for Bubbles. Cain is even slightly shorter than Pomni. Gooseworks was once asked what Cain would look like if he were human, and he replied that he would look like Gary Busey. Cain doesn't need to brush his teeth. They themselves remain pure. This means that no one takes a shower in the circus. If you want to make fun of Cain verbally, chances are he will take it literally because he doesn't understand jokes and sarcasm. Cain doesn't care about what goes on in the circus and allows himself to do whatever he thinks is funny, which tells us why Cain acted the way he did in the pilot. Cain cannot feel most of the range of emotions available to humans. Because of this, it is difficult for him to perceive and understand other people's jokes. Cain is able to restore damaged characters. We see this when he corrects the Ragatha, but he cannot bring back those who have been abstracted. It means that they have lost everything human in themselves and can no longer know who they are. The amazing digital circus has a different conductor, and Cain isn't the only one because they asked Gooseworks if Cain was the only conductor, and he said we'll have to wait and see. This most likely means there was someone else, and we just have to wait for them to appear on the show. Cain is the only character that can teleport, at least officially. We've seen Jax teleport from Kaufmo's room, so maybe Jax can teleport as well, but there's no other time he does it, so we really can't say for sure. In the opening video, Bubble runs away from Cain, and Cain pulls Bubble back. But if you look closely, you'll see that it's perfectly timed with Kerr's introduction. Bubble is Cain's only friend. This is shown when Cain is having dinner with the mannequins and Bubbles at the table just before his strange clock goes off. Cain loses his temper very easily and gets irritated if things don't go according to plan. Cain himself doesn't know what's in the void, and he tells everyone not to go there because they might get corrupted or even abstracted. Cain and Bubbles have a very complicated relationship because on the one hand, they seem like best friends, and on the other, Cain calls him a parasite when he loses his temper. Cain's sidekick Bubble is just Gooseworks' voice turned up a couple of notches. Cain sees nothing wrong with Jax's jokes and finds them funny. Cain is clearly hiding something and often acts secretive or suspicious. Cain is very naive and falls for almost any prank you can think of. Gooseworks portrays Cain as a selfish leader who is always too playful and cheerful. Cain has a huge ego because he is literally the god of this world and can do whatever he wants. Cain is very fond of Moon, but he avoids her at all costs because she is too persistent. In the episode, Cain goes out of his way to understand people, but that doesn't make him any less complicated because, after all, he's not human. Cain is the only character in the circus who can change clothes and do something with his appearance, unlike the other characters. Cain is the only person who chooses names for the new members of the circus. Cain is the most mysterious character in the circus because we have the least information about his personality. The Wacky Watch website is operated by Cain. As you can see, he is the man in this VHS ad. It's likely that Cain or one of his relatives created the digital circus, because at the end of the episode, we see him shrink from the computer into the real world. Cain and Bubble are boys. This actually surprised me because I thought Bubble was a girl. Cain has created many other things in the circus that we haven't seen before. Cain has a name wheel that he uses to choose names for new characters, but it doesn't make sense because some characters have more or less than 5 characters in their name. We got the image of Cain flexing from Gooseworks on Tumblr. And one last fact, Cain feeds the members of the digital circus in their bedrooms, even though they don't need sleep. It's probably so they can have some semblance of a normal routine. But let me know what you think about this theory in the comments. Subscribe and don't forget to like this video.